What's up, everybody? Welcome to the video. Got my sidekick right here, Miss Nella. She sleeps about 23 and a half hours out of the day. But that's not the point of today's video. I am not here to talk about the sleeping habits of my dog. I am here to finish my breakfast. A little protein noms, but this is actually a little impromptu video that was inspired by a video I saw actually put out by my brother. My younger brother is Max Chewning. For those of you who don't know, Max is 4 years younger than me. He is a full-time YouTube fitness guy, and he has been doing big things in the YouTube game for, I think, about 4 years now, 4 or 5 years, maybe even a little bit longer. He kind of started it, took a little break, and then got more serious about it. But some of you are on my channel from Max, and some of you probably have no idea that I even exist. But he brought up a good point. In the video I'm talking about, I'll try to put a little screenshot thing right here. It was about his issues with social media, more specifically like fitness social media, fitness YouTubers, fitness influencers. And he brought up a really good point that I wanted to kind of expand upon, because I feel like I have a somewhat similar experience, but a little bit unique, like we all do. You know, we can kind of make some correlations to other people's points, but nobody is us, right? We may be on a similar path, but we're not building or have the similar story. And he was talking about how this day and age, this is 2019 when this video comes out, how so many people are just striving to become a mule, really, a trafficker for other brands and other people. Nowadays, it's more difficult to really rise to the top, but a lot of people know social media for having influencers, and in the fitness space, which is where I would say I kind of have a lot of my audience and what a lot of my content is about. I'm much more kind of well-rounded, I would like to say. I don't really pigeonhole myself. I think I just threw up a little bit in my mouth. You ever just talk and all of a sudden your throat's like, nope, not today. What was I saying? Oh yeah. When we were getting started doing this whole YouTube social media thing, it was very new to use it as a way to leverage yourself, right? People got started doing it just because they like making videos, and then a few people really took off and used it as a way to leverage themselves, leverage their own brand, their own message. And some people did very, very well. As the market and as this platform, particularly YouTube, kind of got saturated, a lot of people started just jumping on the bandwagon, thinking I can make a video, I can get sponsored, blah, 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 blah. But the point that my brother made that I really like, and I wanted to talk more about, was people don't really pay attention to, or I think they miss the whole point, or miss really the potential of first focusing on yourself and developing your own brand and building your own platform, your own audience, so that you're not just relying on somebody else's brand or product or service to do he mentioned like doing an overhaul video or a review or push product, promote. And I think that's a really good point. And it really rung true for me, because in my space, yeah, I do, I have YouTube here. It's not my main platform. Lately I've been sucking at it and I barely get up a video every couple weeks. Hopefully we're changing that. Hopefully. That's definitely a big thing that I focus on in my coaching practice. I am a certified health coach. I've been a trainer in the health and wellness space for almost a decade now, and now I do it on my own. He runs Everforward Apparel. I run Everforward Coach, our online coaching business, as well as the podcast, Everforward Radio. And no matter the goal, no matter what people are here to work on, whether I'm helping someone through health coaching, online training, or business consulting, business coaching, it's, for me, a big part of how I think that I can get good results with people and help them be more successful is that we focus heavily on the self and looking internally, going through the internal work, the self work, so that you're not just trying to latch on to an external goal, an external product or service, and just think that, all right, well, once I get X amount of results or get X amount of endorsements or get X amount of whatever, that is going to be success. You're chasing a false idol. You're chasing something and someone else's dream, and then when you get that, guess what? You're still the same person. You're still the same person that started. Now maybe you just have a few extra dollars in your bank account, maybe you got some sponsored clothes, maybe you got whatever, but you have someone else's form of success. And you are not successful. You are helping them become more successful. And I really loved his point about people, how he wishes and I wish that people would just really do the work on themselves first and focus on themselves. Not in really like a selfish way, but just focus on, all right, you have been given this opportunity. You bought a camera, congratulations. Or you're using your iPhone like I did. My YouTube videos for the first, almost 2 years were all shot, filmed, and edited on my freaking iPhone. Shout out Rob Lipset. He used to tape his phone up to the wall and do the same thing. You're not willing to go through the struggle. Most people are not willing to go through the struggle of the exploration of the self and figuring out who you are and what you want to be and what success means to you and what you're willing to sacrifice and what you're not. The people that you want in your life and the people you don't want in your life. The brands, the products, the services that you maybe think you want now, well, ask yourself why. What is it about them? Is it just that, like, oh, cool, I can get free protein in a shaker bottle, and I can get an affiliate deal or whatever, swipe up, buy my product, use my code. Like, yeah, that is how a lot of us make money nowadays. But it's, I think the people that stand out the most are the people that didn't chase that dream first. They chased their own, and then once they kind of reach a level of like, all right, I got this, I'm doing well, I'm consistent, I'm confident, and I know what I'm doing, know what I'm saying. Well, actually, here's a pro tip. None of us really know what we're doing. We just get better at it more and more each day, and we just show up each day, and that's the difference right there. And once you do that, other brands, other products, other services, other people, they recognize that. Real recognize real, right? And so then that's when they begin to reach out. Or that's when, if you reach out to them, it's gonna make more sense because you're not just some random guy or random girl just seeking an endorsement deal, seeking an affiliate deal. Always begin with, this is gonna sound so overused and cliche, but value first and what can I do for you? Now, that doesn't mean just going to a company and saying, all right, Cured, I love you guys, what can I do for you? Let me know what I can do for you. What value can I give you? Or whatever supplements company, or hell, Apple, whatever it is you want to do. Don't go to these people and just be like, hey, I love your product. I think it would be great if we work together. What can I do for you? They don't know. They don't have time to make up a role. They don't have time. They don't have the resources. They don't want to make the time, make the resources, because it's not in their best interest to just sit and think about, oh, wow, you know what? Wow, this guy just asked me what I could do for him. I'm gonna sit and think and spend a lot of time and delegate, and I'll have a lot of people. I'm gonna have a whole strategy team devoted to looking at you and figure out what you can do for us. No, lead with value first. Look at them. Hey, I love this shaker bottle, right? Whatever brand shaker bottle this is. This is BBN, just slapping on a logo. But I have an idea of how to make this bottle better. I'm a longtime user. I love it. I use it every day. A lot of my friends use it, and I have an idea to make one little thing different here that I think would be a great way to make this better, make it stand out in a saturated market, and then lead with that. Or a t-shirt company, or whatever, really go in and think about it first. And that is what I loved about Max's point of lead with yourself first.
But remember, be yourself.
Do the work on yourself first, okay? What I would kind of say to wrap things up here, what I really don't like about the whole social media world, and especially I think it's more prevalent in the fitness industry, the fitness social media world. Maybe I'm just a little bit biased because it's the one that I see the most and I'm around the most, but I don't like how there has been this, I don't know, conscious, subconscious expectation set of, if you want to still be a part of my life, watch my content. There are a lot of people in my life, family, friends, who say things, or maybe they're not really fully aware of what they're saying or the implications of how they can be coming across to certain people. Of, hey, if you want to really know what's going on in my life, watch my video. Oh, like you didn't know about this event, I talked about it all the time in my stories. That's making the assumption that we all have the same amount of free time maybe that you do, or making the assumption that if you want to know what's going on in my life, then you need to be just like everybody else, all these other people that I've never met, or just people that watch my content and come to an event or whatever. And like, to a certain extent, I'll agree. Yes, if you're a part of their life, then you should be supporting them. But like your family, your friends, people that you consider real people, real friends, not just your internet friends or people watching your videos or whatever, they should be treated with a little bit more respect. They should be treated with more frequent communication. And look, I get it. We're all busy. I'm busy. Everybody's busy. But you know what? It's bullshit. It's not an excuse. Okay? And I'm a firm believer that the people in your life, the things in your life, they're there because you allow them to be. They are there because you make time for them. And my biggest issue, my biggest complaint I have about social media, and really not so much in the fitness industry, I guess just social media wide, is that it allows us to create a world, which I think is amazing. You can create a business from your phone. You can create a business, a lifestyle from a social media platform. But it allows us to create a world that we think is the same world everybody else lives in. And that's simply not the case. And I am no different. I have definitely been guilty of this, but I do try to make a conscious effort to have real conversations and engage with people that matter most to me, which is why I just recently started texting all of my friends, all my internet friends, and like, yo, this month, let me know when and where I'll be there. Let's get coffee, let's get food, let's meet up, let's have a real conversation. With my family members, well, the ones that, kind of reciprocate. Living in here is all well and good, and it's very, very powerful, and it can be lucrative, and it can be fulfilling. It can be so fulfilling, but this is not real. This is not real. This is me sitting in front of a camera in my living room, home alone, well, besides Nell over here, and creating a life, creating a world, and me putting it out into the internet where it's infinite possibilities of views and likes and hopefully thumbs up, has infinite virtual potential. And what I'm doing is I'm building this world right here. I'm building this world that I can create and that I can live in, and I can do more, I can do less, and it doesn't matter what everybody else is doing. I can live in this world that I created. And that is the problem that I have with social media. Too many people that I know, too many people that are in my life fall victim to this. And I will say, I will consider myself fortunate that a lot of the people that are in my life that use social media as a platform, a main platform or an extension of their brand, their products or services, because I am more so in, I will say, like the personal development. Like, yes, fitness is a big part of my life and a lot of my business, but it's fitness, nutrition, and mindset. And it's people who care more about just what I can do in the gym or getting shredded, but rather, a little combination of all of that, because I've found the recipe for success in my life and what makes me happy. And so I think people on that wavelength care more about those real relationships. So in that way, I'm very, very blessed and fortunate that these people get it. Or maybe it's a little bit less infrequent than the other people I'm talking about, of having real conversations, or hell, just shooting a text message, a phone call. I don't like how so many people can just create their own world. It's like a dichotomy I have. I mean, I'm guilty of it too. Like I said, right here, right now. Too many people I know, too many people I care about, too many people that I love, too many people that are friends, family, acquaintances that I care about. Create a world and stay in that world. And even more so, the expectations they have of that world, they think everybody else is responsible for. Like, what do you mean you didn't know about this? I put it on my story, or it's been in my last 3 videos. Well, you're making the assumption that everybody watches all of that. You're making the assumption that everybody pays attention to all these things. And what if I was traveling? What if my internet was down? What if you put something out that you really wanted somebody to hear or see, You might have had the best intention for that, but they just didn't. And then there creates this kind of wedge, a barrier, an unnecessary need for friction, I believe. So my biggest gripe with social media is just that, what I love about it is also what I don't love about it. We can create a world, we can live in it, we can thrive in it, we can be so fulfilled. But at the same time, we create expectations of that world that I think consciously, subconsciously, we pass on to the people around us, we pass on to our viewers, and it's just a little something that I wish was not so often. But that's gonna be a wrap for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Let me know. Hit that thumbs up button if you do. If you like these kind of sit down style videos, I think this is something more realistically that I can get to and keep that goal of once a week. I do have another style video coming out. I got another vlog. I have a live event coming out soon. So have some more content. I truly do love YouTube. I truly do love making these videos. It's just a great, honestly, vent. It's a great platform to get things out of here and out into the world. And if this helped you, if this helped one person whatsoever, that's what it's all for. That's a wrap, everybody. Thank you for watching. Ever forward.